They say modern life is easier, but is it really better? I used to rush through my days, burning out before dinner. Then I stumbled upon an old-fashioned habit the Amish never abandoned. A simple homemaking ritual that quietly changed everything. And no, it's not what you think. Stay with me. This might just change your life too. I stopped folding laundry like it was a race. Funny, right? That something so boring, so plain, could become meaningful. But I remember the first day I slowed down. Took a basket of clean clothes, sat on the rug, and folded like I meant it. No TV, no scrolling. Just fold. One shirt, then another. Stack. Smooth the wrinkles with my palms. For a moment, I imagined an Amish woman doing the same by lamplight, probably humming something quiet. A hymn, maybe. And there I was in my little cluttered living room, doing the same thing in my own way. It felt sacred, almost like a prayer. Who would have thought folding socks could feel like that? Not me, but it did. Still does. When I let it. The art of doing the dishes became therapy for my soul. Sounds ridiculous, I know, but there's something about warm water on tired hands, the clink of ceramic, the way suds move in the sink. It's physical, yes, but mental too. Emotional, spiritual. I used to dread it. Stack 'em high, complain loud. Now, I look forward to it. That's wild, but it's true. When you wash each plate with intention, it's like you're washing away more than crumbs. You're rinsing off stress, chaos, the day. You're saying, this meal mattered. This home matters. Amish women do this daily without fanfare. No machines, just hands, cloth time. And now I get it. I finally get it. I threw away the idea that everything must be new. That hit me hard. Seeing Amish homes with the furniture scratched, worn, and yet still beautiful. Handmade, fixed when it breaks, passed down instead of tossed out. I looked around my own house. The plastic, the cheap stuff, the rushed decisions. And I felt it. That emptiness. I started keeping things longer. Mending, polishing, putting in the work. It made me grateful. Made me see worth again. When you tend to a thing, it becomes part of you. A table's not just a table. It's where your family eats, prays, spills soup, laughs. And when you keep it through the years, it holds stories. Not just stains. I never felt that before. Not really. But now I do. I started waking up early. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to. There's this hush in the morning that's hard to explain. You have to feel it. I learned about it from the Amish. They rise with the sun, or before. No alarms, no screens, just light. I tried it, lit a candle, sat in the stillness with tea in my hand. The floor was cold, the room was dim, and everything just breathed. No pressure, no rush. That time became mine, not for checking emails or making plans, but for staring out the window, saying a quiet prayer, listening to what I couldn't hear the rest of the day. It changed how my day flowed, how I felt, who I was becoming. Just an early morning. That's all, but also everything. I stopped decorating my home with things that meant nothing. Used to be I filled up rooms because they looked empty. Bought stuff from stores that smelled like plastic and impulse. Trendy wall art, fast furniture, cheap candles with fake scents. None of it felt like home. Then I remembered the Amish homes, how everything in their space had a purpose, a story, a handprint behind it. Their rooms weren't packed, but they were full of meaning. So I started removing, one corner at a time. Took down that mass-printed canvas I never even liked. Replaced it with a hand-drawn recipe from my grandma. Found an old quilt, folded it neat on the chair. Just like that, the space changed. Became quieter, warmer, like someone lived there who actually cared, not just existed. I found out rest doesn't mean doing nothing. This one took me a while. I thought rest was laying down, scrolling, binging, escaping. But the Amish, they rest different. They rest with purpose, with still hands and soft hearts. watching the fire, rocking on the porch, talking slow, and I realized real rest doesn't empty your brain. It fills your spirit. I started taking breaks not to check out, but to check in with myself, with the quiet. I'd step outside, watch the wind roll through the grass. Not a task, not a plan, just me breathing. And that kind of rest, it heals more than sleep ever could. I started talking to my home like it was alive. That sounds odd, right? But stay with me. When you slow down enough, your house starts speaking back. The creak of the floorboard, the hum of the fridge, the way the morning light hits the counter like it's been waiting for you. I began noticing things. How the curtains breathe with the wind. How the kettle whistles like it's singing. So I'd say thank you out loud. For warmth. For safety. For another day. Amish homes are like that. They're alive. Not because of what's in them, but because of how they're kept. How they're loved. I want mine to feel that too. I learned the difference between clean and cared for. For years, I cleaned because I had to. Wiped, scrubbed, vacuumed. Checklist stuff. But the Amish, they don't just clean. They care. There's a difference. You can tell when a space is tended with love. It glows. I started noticing how I held the rag. Whether I grumbled, or moved gently. Whether I rushed, or stayed a while. When I cleaned like I cared, everything changed. The kitchen smelled sweeter. The floor felt smoother. My own breath slowed. My kids noticed. It's nice in here, one of them said. Same house, just different hands, different heart. My hands remembered what my mind forgot. I'll never forget the day I mended my daughter's dress. The hem had torn. I could have tossed it, bought new, but I didn't. I pulled out a needle and thread. Sat down, breathed deep, and stitched. Each movement slow, fumbly at first, but honest. Familiar, somehow, like something deep in my bones remembered. My hands knew what my mind forgot. That work done with love isn't work. It's legacy. I imagine an Amish mother doing the same thing. Same thread, same care. And I felt connected to her, to women before her, to something older than me. And truer. In the end, I changed without meaning to. Didn't set out to become more Amish. I mean, I'm not. Not by blood. Not by faith. But piece by piece, their way rewrote mine. Their slowness softened my edges. Their reverence for the everyday rubbed off. And now, I wake different. I walk different. I love my home in ways I never did before. Not because it's bigger or better, but because I finally see it. Every crumb, every breath, every sunset through the kitchen window. This habit, this old-fashioned, ordinary, patient habit, it didn't just change how I clean or cook. It changed who I am. That's the truth. And honestly, I ain't never going back. So maybe the answer isn't in buying more, doing more, or running faster. Maybe it's in slowing down, honoring the everyday, and loving your home like the sacred space it is. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to Rustic Pantry, where we explore the beauty of slow living, time-tested traditions, and the old ways that still work. Until next time, stay rooted, stay rustic, stay true,